All right, it's DreamWorks 7, Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Cimarron. I was telling Clay, it's like, going forward, I might just add, something about, spirit in every movie title. Like Shrek 2, Ogre of the Cimarron, or just dumb shit like that. I don't know, it makes me laugh, it makes me happy, and you know what? This movie did too. I remember telling Clay, almost as soon as we were, not as soon as we were done, because I think as soon as I was done, I was, logging into Fate Go or some shit. But when we were actually talking about the movie, I was like, this is the first one we have watched that I have never seen before. So, with everything else, I'm like, oh yeah, I saw it as a kid, and I really liked it, or it was Ants, so I did not like it as a kid, and now I can compare and contrast. This one I can't, and I'm actually really sad about that. This is a movie where I feel like if I had watched it as a kid, I would have probably watched it 20 times. This is it's this big adventure, you're fighting all these cool monsters. The scene with the sirens is so cool. Okay. The animation in this movie is fucking amazing. Eris, ooh, the way she moves, the way she looks, the way she talks, the way she, everything. I'm like, oh, she's so hot, and oh, she's so cool. The way she frames Sinbad for stealing the magic book is she makes a Sinbad skin puppet and then possesses the puppet. I'm like, fuck, that's so cool. Who comes up with shit like that? I love this. And the way the sirens are moving and how they jump out of the water and then they get these evil faces, but then they turn back into beautiful water CG women. I'm like, this is so cool. You got the giant ice bird, this thing's freaking cool. The way they avoid sledding down the mountain on a shield, I'm having a good time. Sinbad's a real bastard, but I feel like he's still a likable dude. He's got that kind of pirate charisma. He's also got the Brad Pitt charisma, because, he's played by Brad Pitt. I'm like, he's a fun character. Is he super, interesting or compelling? Not really, but he's fun. And in a movie like this, that's what I want in a lead. You've got his best friend Proteus. I feel so bad for this guy. This guy is your number one big homie, and dude, he just gets screwed throughout the entire movie. The thing about the movie I don't like is a lot of the backstory. Mostly because it's basically all told and not shown. And granted, I think, there's the old writer adage, show don't tell, which, yes, but I think there's times where it is okay to tell something and not always have to show. I think, again, it always comes down to context. But here, when they're always having oh yeah, the two of us were super close friends, he's like, Sinbad, I haven't seen you in 10 years, but I still trust you, I still know who you are. I'm like, but I don't know why you do. I don't know what about your relationship was so strong that you would still have that conviction about him. I never really got that sense. And then the whole reason they went their separate ways is yeah, I saw the woman you were going to be betrothed to when she was a kid, because we were kids too, and one glimpse of her and I was head over heels, so I just left. That's it? That's why he became a swashbuckling pirate going on big adventures, not because, yeah, I was a street rat, I didn't have anything else going for me, so fuck it. I became a pirate. Yeah, I totally dig it. Or it's yeah, I was, I hated being stuck on land and being cooped up, but in the sea, there's so much freedom and adventure. I'm like, yeah, I would totally buy that. It's nah, I thought your girlfriend was cute, so I left. That's it? Okay. And you're still in love with her now, and you guys don't... I think the way they interact off each other is a lot of fun. There's a scene where he apologizes to her, and it's the most aggro apology I've ever seen, and I was laughing so hard. But it doesn't mean that I really bought them as a couple, though. I was like, no, she's engaged to him, and he seems like he genuinely loves her, and he's a good dude. Why is he just getting screwed throughout the movie? I feel so bad for him, but I feel like that's kind of it. It's like when the movie is being the big high seas fighting monsters adventure, ton of fun, absolutely loved it. When it's about the rom-com aspect, I did not get into it. I thought it was kind of weak. I would probably give it a B+. Because Clay and I kind of agree. It's like, it's kind of a B movie. We haven't gotten to that one yet, but it's like, yeah, I'd give it like a B. It's solid. Like, I definitely liked it more than I disliked it, but you know what? Eris alone just gives it a B+ because fuck, she is so cool. I absolutely loved her. But, yeah, like, I don't really have as much to say about it. I think a lot of it is I don't have any previous experiences to compare it to. I think the next one is going to be Shrek 2, which I'm really looking forward to rewatching because I love that movie. I don't think I'm going to have a lot to say about it either because it's Shrek 2. You've probably seen it. You're like, yeah, the movie's great. It has one of like the coolest scenes in any DreamWorks movie with the holding out for a hero, which is why I know that song and why I love that song so much. I'm getting more excited talking about Shrek 2 than I am about Sinbad in the Sinbad video, so let me just end it here so he doesn't get completely upstaged. See ya.